Blackstone Audio presents A Life at Work, The Joy of Discovering What You Were Born to Do, by Thomas Moore. This book is dedicated to Ben Moore, a born teacher, an extraordinary father, and a magnificent human being. Every person in the course of his life must build, starting with the natural territory of his own self, a work, an opus, into which something enters from all the elements of the earth. He makes his own soul throughout all his earthly days, and at the same time he collaborates in another work, in another opus, which infinitely transcends, while at the same time it narrowly determines, the perspectives of his individual achievement. The completing of the world. Pierre Teilhard de Chardin, The Divine Milieu. Preface. Alchemy, the opus of the soul. Just 300 years ago, alchemists like England's John Dee tended a small furnace in their smoky, cluttered laboratory, watching closely and patiently for signs of progress. They were seeking medicines, elixirs, and the secret of eternal youth. In their laboratories they had a precious collection of antique books that held the secrets to the process, a tiny oratory with altar and prie-dieu, so they could pray for success, and an oversized record book that served as a log for the experiments they conducted. For thousands of years, in China and India and later in Europe, men and women alchemists tried to sort out the meaning of life through this exotic system of chemical changes and exotic interpretations. They used a variety of substances, liquids and solids, pure stuff and rotten stuff, ordinary material they found around them, and more refined chemicals. They put the material into special vessels, some of them intricate and beautiful glass shapes. They subjected the raw stuff, the prima materia, to various levels and periods of heat. All the while they consulted their ancient books, and carefully observed changes in color and texture, and thought of these changes as images for developments in their hearts and lives. For some alchemists, the goal didn't seem as important as the process. They had special retorts, odd-shaped glass vessels, that would transfer the processed material back into the initial vessel, and they would start all over with their furnaces, books, and notepads, observing further refinements. Some were clearly aiming at a material goal.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?